Welcome back to the Purple Party, known as Purple Nerd Channel, home for all those who love to geek out on all things Prince related. After 3 albums as the leader of the group The Time and a lead role in the film Purple Rain, Morris Day was done with being, as he put it back then, Prince's puppet, as he wanted to have more creative control over The Time's albums and have opportunities outside the Prince camp to pursue musical opportunities and other film opportunities as well. So in late 1984, he snuck away to Indigo Ranch Studios in California. He went to California and this particular studio so that Prince wouldn't find out what he was doing. This is also why none of the members of The Time help in this album whatsoever as far as producing, writing, or even performing on the album. Morris wrote, produced, and performed all the songs, including handling drums, percussion, and keyboards on all the songs. He did get some great help from session singers on background vocals, and Earth, Wind & Fire alumni Larry Dunn on synthesizers, and Roland Batista on guitar, as well as some help from Ricky Freeze on keyboards, a future Morris Day and The Time touring band member. Personally, Morris had used the recording process to get sober, as his cocaine addiction had really gotten out of control. Once the album was finished, Morris went and got lawyered up, and at a cost of $300,000 was able to get out of his contract with Prince, which led him to get his own record deal with Warner Brothers. Morris had appeared on Letterman to promote Purple Rain and used it as a time to promote and drop a little hint that there was a solo Morris Day album coming.
And after this, it's going to be the Morris Day Show.
Color of Success was released September 11th, 1985, peaking at number 37 on Billboard's Top 200 and number 7 on the R&B charts, selling over 500,000 copies on its initial release. For an album with only 6 songs, 5 singles were released. Oak Tree peaking at number 65 on Billboard's Top 100 singles and number 3 on the R&B charts. Color of Success, which peaked at number 15 on the R&B charts. The Character, which peaked at 34 on the R&B charts. Love Sign, which did not chart, and Love/Addiction, which also did not chart. Videos were released for Oak Tree, The Character, and Color of Success. As a way to ease the Time fans into his solo project, he kept the same 6-song format just like they did on the Time albums. Let's explore Morris's debut solo adventure. We kick things off with The Color of Success, which has a short intro of Over the Rainbow played through a music box. Before we get into the synth-focused groove of this opening track, on the track, Morris announces to everybody that he has now gone solo and free to do whatever he wants to musically, which in his eyes is the key to his success. The song has a hilarious mock newscast that goes on throughout the song, and it talks about a cow being lost,
and the cow was returned to its rightful owner,
as well as announcing that Morris has now gone solo. On the next song, The Character, Morris opens up about what it's like to live your life as a character, as the persona that you see on film and on record is actually not him. It's just a character that was created and is more or less just an image that he portrays. We then get the most Time sounding song, and that is Oak Tree. The song is simply about a new dance that Morris has created called the Oak Tree. The intro of this song makes me laugh every single time I hear it, as there's some random girl there that is asking him why he is cutting down this oak tree, and his response is absolutely hilarious.
Oh, there you go. Because it symbolizes something of great value to me, and I'm gonna have to put in my living room, ain't mine?
Prince actually made fun of this song during one of the shows on his parade tour as he mocks the entire dance with Morris's ex-band member Jerome Benton.
What's the name of it? Oak Tree. The Oak Tree. Oak Tree. Chopper, get in.
Of course, Morris didn't take offense to it because he looked at it as like, you know what, if my song is famous and popular enough that Prince has actually heard it, and he's taking time out of his busy schedule to actually respond to it, then you know what? I've made it.
Giving you a love sign. Checking you out. Giving you a love sign.
Next we have Love Sign, and in the song, Morris is checking out a young lady, and he can't really read her as far as her body language and her facial expressions. So he's pretty much straight up like, can you kind of give me a sign that you're really into me? Don't Wait For Me is my favorite song on the album. I mean, it's a slow down song, and the background vocals and piano are quite haunting, and the guitar that comes in is real bluesy, but it just sings. And Morris's message in the song is pretty simple, as he's explaining to a young lady that, you know, I appreciate that you're into me, but I really don't have time for a relationship, so whatever you put into me, you're not gonna get out. But if you want to do the do, that's cool, but don't expect me to stay around.
Nothing matters to me. Oh, sometimes you really don't know.
We close out the album with the ultra pop friendly Love/Addiction, as Morris tells the story of a man who's in a relationship with a woman who bosses him around and pretty much runs his entire life. But he's pretty much cool with it because she's just so fly. This album is a perfect debut album. It's just enough different from the Time records to show, you know, what Morris can do, but it's still similar enough to the Time albums that it doesn't alienate the existing fan base that Morris already had. If you want more information about Morris's background and how he got into the Time, I actually go through that pretty well on the video I did for the Time's debut self-titled album, and I will have a link for that at the end of this video. Thank you for joining me on the channel. Please like and share this video as much as possible, and as always, please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget I have a link to my Patreon account down below. If you go ahead and join and become a Patreon member, not only do you get to see these videos first before everybody else, but you also get uncut versions of the videos, which means instead of 5-second clips, you get songs that are a minute or more long, and any videos, those music videos are also not 5-second clips, but a minute plus version of the video. I will see you on the next episode where I go into Morris Day's second solo album. And until that next episode, I wish you heaven.